It's like it.
Yes, we are live at Art
Amazing.
Dubai. I
Incredible.
found one of the artists here, Mr. Fisherman.
Let's see, let's
Very
see.
nice. So this is the first NFT gallery that Art Dubai has put on. We were here last year and we realized there's not a single NFT in the space. And so we took a couple snaps with some of the art and we minted an NFT right there.
Wonderful.
And also, I think your colleague over here went around and offered artists to develop their art on the blockchain.
Right.
And so he found a few people. So, Mr. Hercules Fisherman, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for interviewing me at this event. It's quite amazing to be here in this space, like you said, and suddenly you have NFT works that are becoming quite central, and there's the whole massive section that dedicated to it.
Massive section put on by Bybit, and they really bought out almost this whole little building, and it's pretty impressive. There's digital art everywhere, also some physical pieces.
Yeah, no, the works is amazing. I think that some of the best kind of collection works that I've seen of this kind anywhere in the world.
I mean, the artists are really hitting it. They see the potential. The people are buying NFTs like crazy.
Yeah,
And also the business concept is it's a way to get a token out there, and people are able to buy into your project.
Yeah.
So there's lots of business avenues out there. So when did you do your first NFT, and who got you in?
Well, I'm actually from a tech background, so I've been involved in the whole process. In fact, I'm working with some developers who are building our own metaverse.
Nice.
Actually, for our wonderful culture gallery, and we're going to have a lot of NFT works on display. We're also working on doing a metaverse gallery for it's called Metaverse for Peace. So people can contribute work of any creative type works that can be minted. Then those works will be available for people to support the cause, and this will go to causes like in Ukraine and places that are war-torn places.
Yeah.
So we want to promote artists to work towards peace.
It's very great. I'll find a way for me to even support this with you as well.
That's fantastic.
And the Art Dubai is actually donating 25% of their ticket sales to Ukrainian refugees, which is very honorable, and we're very touched by that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, I mean it's incredible that the world as it is so much bad things going on without us quite realizing, and this is also quite frightening and could be dangerous for the climate change that is coming about, and we should be mindful of all of those things and concentrate on getting the planet back up and running properly.
Absolutely. It's extremely frightening. If a jet is riding over you, you don't know what they're going to drop. It's extremely frightening. Ukrainians hang in there strong, and all the other soldiers be strong as well.
Yeah.
So you have some art here on display?
Yes, I've got my work and one of the other artists that I work with, Firuz Farman, who's going to be represented at the Venice Biennale. It's called Gate of Turan, and it's basically the pavilion for the Kyrgyz government.
Oh wow!
So, that's the first time Kyrgyz Republic having a presentation at the Venice Biennale.
Okay.
In its entire history.
Very cool.
So, I've got a piece here.
Can you pull it over?
Yeah, I'll bring it over. In a moment.
Very good.
So this is actually, I do a lot of live painting, which are done in live situation at events and things.
Very
this
cool.
was an event in my gallery in London
Nice.
called Our Wonderful Culture in Shelton Street at the time.
And it's almost like a cartoon style where it moves. It's pretty cool.
The actual drawing is a rendition by the Moro Collective, because Moro Collective kind of take the work and they take on their own rendition of it.
Interesting.
So the work was like actually a drawing I did. I do live drawing, sumi painting, which is ink and sumi brushes on paper.
Oh wow.
And well, you can see that on my Instagram, Herx.
Hertz
HERX
HERX.
No,
XF?
F is for Instagram, because they wouldn't
Okay.
give me 4 letters.
Okay, I got you. Very cool. And so, are people able to buy these like NFTs on
Yeah, well,
on anything?
It's very easy because there is a scanning QR code.
And that's on OpenSea. It looks like.
OpenSea, you go there.
Yeah.
You can then choose the ones there, or when they come up, there's a QR code in the corner of the pictures.
Yeah.
And if you scan that, then it takes you straight to that work. So it's very easy. And then there are different things where you can offer, or different ways that these things are sold.
Very
And the
cool.
good thing about NFTs are that artists can sell the work, and then there's a resale. In the resale as well, artists get a commission on that,
Exactly.
which is like in other format is very difficult to calculate, and it's automatic.
It's very huge, and it's part of what's changing the world.
Absolutely, and it's also allowing a lot of different artists to collaborate, and artists who traditionally couldn't even sell, like not necessarily painters, but maybe musicians or writers or poem or whatever,
Or on
any
the other
format.
side of the world.
Yeah, and there are people who are making selling NFTs, in Africa and places, in remote places,
Yeah.
which they make their livelihood from doing these kind of things.
Very cool. So, Herx, what do the next few months look like for you?
Well, it's been quite a roller coaster. I was a speaker at the Meta Week
very
this week
good.
in Bangkok.
Yes,
Few days
we were
ago.
there.
We had an exhibition space showcasing what we can do in metaverse. I mean, the metaverse we're doing for our wonderful culture is like something that I thought like your granny could use. It's like we don't have like this massive head-mounted displays. They are nice, but I think it puts a lot of people out of the bracket of being able to use it.
Yes.
Everyone can use it, and it's still a beta, and it's not meant to even work on the phone, but it does actually work on the phone as well.
Right.
So you don't need a very powerful computer. You
Yeah.
can see the work, and you can then see them in detail, and you can then, if they're linked to OpenSea, you go to OpenSea and do whatever. You can get your wallet out and get a purchase.
Right. Yeah, the metaverse is huge. It's going to be blowing up all year long.
No, we're doing actually teamed metaverses, like for the exhibition that we're doing in the. I mean, if we're gonna give the bag, I can show the exhibition at in Kyrgyzstan is about the Kyrgyz Pavilion is called Gates of Turan by Firuz Farman Parmayan and curated by Janet Rady, and it's just going to be from April 23rd to November 27th at the Hydro Space, which is quite an amazing space. And we're going to be creating a parallel space in Metaverse.
Nice.
And the artist is going to be making NFT works for that space, kind of themed around the similar concept that is the installation that he's doing. And the installation is also works that is done with villages and women and craftsmen in the mountains in Kyrgyzstan. They're like using yurts, the kind of felt sort of tents that people have for nomads use.
Oh,
So
wow.
and then he's collecting the stories of the nomads and talking to them and using their craft work. So it's going to be quite a mysterious integration of that and the nomadic culture and the mythologies around it. A lot of the mythologies around these regions are like, the Gates of Turan is
Right. The
refers to-
title.
The title is
intense.
refers to this mythical land, which is it's very close to Greek and Indo-European mythologies, and all these kind of the story of gods and things.
Good.
And some of it relates to Shahnameh's story of kings that the Persians, Ferdowsi poet, great Persian poet did. So, but they have different ones that are folkloric and oral. Some of them not even written. So,
Oh, wow.
and the nomads were like enacting these stories, run this, in their tents.
That
It's
event's
going
gonna
to
be
be great.
awesome. Yeah.
And it's it's a lot of firsts there. So first
Okay.
time you see a museum like the space like that in Metaverse.
Yes.
The first time the Kyrgyz Republic having a presentation at the Venice Biennale.
Wow.
Venice Biennale is one of the oldest cultural institution in the world. It's been going on for more than 120 years.
Yeah.
1890s it started.
Fantastic.
So.
And now look, you get to do something historic there.
Well,
So
yeah, we're
it's
very
pretty cool.
excited. Firouz is actually tomorrow giving a talk. He's coming over, and there's a film crew. It's a French film crew who's doing a serialization of his journey from Kyrgyzstan and also from Spain, because he lives in Spain. And then he went to London, and they're actually coming back from Kyrgyzstan to Dubai, and they're going to be following him, and because it's different, he picks different things, and also collecting support for the event, because it needs a lot of funding.
Yeah, people need
because
to come.
it's not like the art fair that goes on over 3 days.
Yeah,
It's
this is
6 months. Like,
Yeah.
so you need invigilation,
Right.
paying the rent.
You gotta stay. Come and stay. So another thing that the NFTs do, and even blockchain, is it gives you that timestamp, and so this will go down, in history as the timestamp, immutable blockchain. It gives you a measure of time, so it's great for artists, I think, to get their stuff on there, and of course you'll be able to read back on it 50 years from now.
But the NFT in itself is like a certificate of authenticity for any art piece.
Yeah.
So it's similar to kind of like having a deed of a house.
Yeah.
You can't sell your house without a deed. So,
correct.
So like having the certificate, and then it records who last bought it and how much and
how much.
So you got the provenance of where it's been, where it's going.
Yeah.
All of that is important. So
Very cool.
it's built to the blockchain as it comes with it.
So it's Herx. Pleasure to have you on here.
Thanks for having me. It was wonderful to meet you.
Absolutely great. And you'll be here the next few days?
Yeah, I've been going to be here.
Awesome.
I'm going to be picking. In fact, I'm going to go pick up Firouz from the airport tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
And bring him here. So we're going to have a lot of fun with Firouz and other gangs here.
Very good.
Hopefully you'll come and meet him as well. I think come tomorrow. Maybe come to the talk. He's giving a talk, impromptu talk.
Awesome.
About you can.
So there's a stage. Is there a stage over here?
Well, we're actually doing it in the in the piano bar upstairs.
Okay.
But there is also a chance we're going to do something at the Kyrgyz Pavilion at the Expo 2020. Our team has been trying to organize that. This whole thing's happening very quickly.
Yeah.
And I've been very busy with Meta Week and all this sort of thing. I'm
sure they'll accommodate you. The expo's fantastic, and it's a great place to have a little event.
Yeah, I think that it would be lovely if we can do that.
All right, guys, we're gonna go tune in to some of these other NFTs hosted by Bybit. Thank you very much. I'm David Porter with Washington Elite. We're the world's greatest crypto conference coverage, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, David. Bye.